Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Madison Central, where today's matchup features the Indians and the Mason County Royals. It's going to be a hour and 20-minute time limit for the games today on the Tomahawk Classic. Going to be a round-robin format, and then we're going to see the teams in play out this afternoon, so we're going to get the first game in. Sitting on the mic with me for this first little bit's Candy Brown. She's out of action right now. She suffered a ankle injury, so she's on the DL. So, Candy, thanks for helping me out.
Anytime.
So, anyhow, Indians are going to go with their standard lineup. Hahn in center, Vaughn at third, Elliston at first, Frakes in left field, Snide right field. Savannah Fallis is going to be the DP today, batting for the pitcher. Sarah Arthur at shortstop. Laura Lee Hendricks is going to be catching, and Riley Clark's playing second. Abby Mays, the eighth grader, is in the circle this morning for us, so we'll see how that unfolds. First batter for the Royals steps in. It's Lexi Thompson. She's the shortstop. Now, wears number 7. Pitched by Abby Mays. Called a strike. So she's quickly ahead in the count. Ball outside. Candy, you've caught Abby several times. What do you think about the way she throws?
She's got a natural curve on her pitch, and she's got really good speed.
Yeah. Do you how's her control? I mean, she hit her response pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
2-1 on the batter right here. Tournament was going to start last night. We got a little rain right at the last minute, so out here bright and early this morning. There's a pitch on the outside, evens the count at 2-2. So Abby's an eighth grader. You're a sophomore this year. How's she compared to the other pitchers on the team?
I think they're all very good. She's got really good speed for her age, and her consistency is pretty good too.
Yeah, I've seen her. This is, I think, her third start in the varsity action, and
yeah,
she's won every game she started.
Yeah.
There's a rise ball to strike out the first batter she faces, so that's a good start to the game. Brings up Caitlin Fowle, the second baseman, number 8 for the Mason County squad with 1 out. So Abby starts the game with the strikeout. As a catcher, you like to kind of get in there early and find out what the umpire is going to call. Mm-hmm. And you've had this guy before behind the plate.
Yes.
How long does it generally take you to figure out what the zone's going to be? Can you tell if the first couple of pitches you got to go an inning or so?
Definitely the first couple pitches or the first couple batters, I'd say.
Yeah. And this guy does a good job. We see him a lot.
Yeah.
As far as you're injured at this point, you can't do a whole lot. But as far as your high school playing career, what do you think about it so far? You like it? You enjoy the competition?
Yeah, I do.
You do?
I love it.
Good. What's your favorite part of the game?
Throwing people out.
I hear you. There's a good change-up by Abby. She's ahead in the count 0-2 right here, and you do have a good arm, I will say that.
Thank you.
Stay healthy and keep working at it. I know Terry Netherton's going to be here eventually. We'll get him up here and settle in for you, and you can play some music. There's a little roller to Morgan Elliston. And so she's got 2 outs. She got that right off the end of the bat. The field is in good shape for as much rain as they had late yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
They've done a lot of work to it. And you guys spent a lot of time cleaning it up, too.
Mm-hmm.
Mercedes Gilbert, third baseman, now batting, number 12. So Abby has faced 2 and gotten the first 2 out. Massive cut by number 12 right there. Fouled it back off the catcher and the umpire. She took a hack at that one, Candy.
Yeah, she did.
The lefty facing the lefty. She's staying right in there. Squaring up the pitcher behind in the count 0-1. Nice pitch. Change up in under her hands, looks like. Is that her change? I can't tell. That's off speed at some
Yeah.
time. So what's she feature? She's got a fastball that naturally moves.
Yeah, she's got a changeup. She's working on her curve.
And and obviously as an 8th grader, she does throw the ball hard, and she's got
She
some
does.
upside.
Mm-hmm.
So fastball, changeup, and her
Yeah.
fastball moves naturally.
Yeah.
It seems like she throws a rise ball or something on occasion. I don't know
Yeah.
if it's just a high fastball or
It's whenever it's that natural curve she has.
right. 1-2 right there. That's a good 0-2 pitch.
Most lefties have that as a pitcher.
Gotcha. 1-2's the count. 2 outs. Top of the first inning. Tomahawk Classic. Went up and outside, changed her eye level, obviously. Trying to get her to chase. Now it evens the count at 2-2. She held off of it. The ball looks good when it gets in your eyes up there sometimes, doesn't it, Candy?
It does.
Good
Nice.
rip and a good fastball right past
Yeah.
her. So she strikes out 2, gets a ground ball to Morgan Ellison. No runs, no hits, no errors. And the bottom half of the first inning is going to bring in the Indians for Hahn, Vaughn, and Ellison. We're going to take a break. Larry Frakes and Candy Brown will be right back after these messages. Back at the reservation, Larry Frakes, Candy Brown calling the game this morning for you. The Indians to lead off here with Emily Hahn to start the bottom half of the first inning, the center fielder, number 3. You played ball with Emily for quite a while now.
Pretty much all my life.
Yeah, is she getting better as she goes along?
She is.
What are the attributes to her game that you like? What do you think about it?
I love her speed.
Now, if you see an infield like this and this slow, how would you approach trying to get on base if you had her speed?
Bunt up to third.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was thinking right. That's a good call. Didn't mean to put you on the spot. She's behind 0-1 right here, but I'm just looking around, and you know that
Yeah.
she's one of the fastest
Or
kids
first, yeah.
in 7 counties, you know.
Yeah.
There, she's looking at it. Again, and what that does right there, it just makes your defense move and think about it. And the game's about pressure. Either you're giving it or you're getting it.
They didn't move, really.
But to score, you got to get on that base at first.
Yeah.
And then go around. So there she shows it again. And even with her speed, if she pushes it past that third baseman, it could be a double. So if she drags down the first baseline, she's going to be there. Look how deep the first baseman is. 2-1 the count.
Shoot.
2-2. If she gets it on the ground, she's hard to throw out. So 2-2's the count. She's been hitting the ball well. She started off a little slow, it seemed like to me, but she's been coming around. She settled in on standing still in the box. She tried slapping a little. There's a hard shot down the right field line. That could be, right fielder picks it up and throws it in. The right fielder, Jordan Coyle, throws it in. Brings up Sydney Vaughn, the third baseman. Sydney had a couple home runs in her last outing Thursday night.
Yeah. 2 right after each other.
Yeah, hit back-to-back home runs. So they come in bunches for Sydney. She'll get hot. Hahn with the stolen base right there off on the first pitch. Gets her in scoring position for Sydney, but she hit a laser out here to left field her first at bat, then one center field her second at bat. And the third time up, she got called on a third pitch strike that was in the left-handed batter's box. Did you see that, Candy?
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
And there wasn't anything, she couldn't reach it even if she tried. I think it was starting to rain. The umpire had seen enough, and they wound up beating South Laurel 16-1 in 3 innings. Ball's low and inside, makes it 2-1 on Sydney. Sydney an all-stater last year at third base. Great arm, good athlete, good idea what's going on in the box. Ball up in her eyes, lets it go. That brings it to 3-1. That pitcher gets a sign, throws it in there. It's going to be fouled, just a little bit over the top of it. Just got to let it get a little bit deeper. And she rolled over on it, which put the top spin and got it right down on the left field line. So that brings the count to 3-2. Swap out and get a dry ball here. Here's the payoff pitch, as they call it. Ball outside, just a bit outside.
Yeah, she framed that too.
She did a good job trying to frame it. That's a good point. Being a catcher, you pick up on those things.
Yeah.
Brings up the first baseman, Morgan Elliston. Morgan wearing number 27 today.
Morgan Elliston.
The National Guard camo jerseys being worn today by the Indians. Ball low and in the dirt. Morgan was quick to help the runner out, throw her hand up, hold tight, catcher's got it. I think she's got an idea she's going to move them over. Morgan's done a good job this year hitting the ball to the right side and moving runners over.
She has.
Morgan always gets out of the box good, runs hard, makes it up. She's got to let that ball get just a little bit deeper, and she'll hit that off the scoreboard. Evens the count at 1-1. She's trying to hit it that way. You can tell in her swing. She's pop it right over in this right field line. Let's see if they pitch her outside. She sticks with it. Ball in the dirt. Great job by the catcher. That's Courtney Bernowski, the catcher. 2-1 the count. That's out of here. That's a bomb right there. 3-run homer to start the game off.
Run by number 27.
She let that ball get deeper, and then she still had enough left in her swing to push it out. So she did great on that swing. Picks up the 3 RBIs, gets the Indians on the board right here to start the game. Brings up Frakes to left fielder, number 25.
She's in the 30s now for her home runs.
For her
20s.
For her career, for her entire playing summer and school, you're exactly right.
Now batting the
And
left
there's
fielder,
several
number
girls
25,
like that. I think
Emily
Emily's
Frakes.
in her 20s and Sydney's in her high 20s or 30s in the summer ball and high school action. I think that's Morgan's maybe 12th career home run in high school.
Yeah, it's
Something
high
like
up
that.
there.
Yeah. And her and Sydney's right up there together. And Sydney's in the KHSA record books because she hit
Yeah.
several consecutive home runs. And they just come in bunches for her. She gets on a roll and starts seeing it and pounding on a little bit. 2-0 to Frakes, the lefty. Ball 3 high.
She wanted that one.
Yeah, she's wanting to swing. She's been swinging at the first pitch more than I've seen her in the other 3 years of her career here, but hit nearly 500, so I can't fuss with her too awful much. Draws the walk right there. Brings up Casey Snide, the right fielder, number 17. Casey got a couple home runs this year as well.
Now batting The right fielder, number 17, Casey Schneid.
So Frakes at first, not at the plate, nobody out. Bottom half of the first inning. So shot past the shortstop. That ball was past her before she ever moved. I think Emily's going to score on that. Casey's going to hold up at second. Uh-oh, now Schneid did the right thing. Uh-oh, now she's going to go. Okay. So she gets the third. What happened on that? The catcher went out and did the right thing, cut the ball off. She just didn't get her helmet far enough out of the way.
Yeah.
And then it wound up being an obstruction to her. So
Yeah.
Schneid with a double and then advances on the air, so it makes it 4-0. Savannah Fallis now at the plate. She's the DP, junior transfer from Mercer County. One of the other fastest people that I've seen in a long time.
Yeah.
She can flat out fly. I don't know if she can outrun Emily or not, but I'll guarantee you they're neck and neck.
Yeah, she's real fast.
She can pick them up and set them down. How tall is she? About 6'2"? She ain't 6'2", but she's tall. 6 foot,
or something.
Plays
She
a little
might be
basketball.
6'2".
Yeah, she's tall. Very athletic.
Yeah.
One thing you can't teach Candy is speed. You're gifted with it.
Yeah.
And if you learn how to utilize it, once again, look at your infield. If she puts it in the dirt, she's on.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying you want to have to try to bunt against this team up 4 runs in the first inning. You might want to get her and swing away. But you always want to look around and see what you can take advantage of. Once again, you can't score unless you get to first.
Yeah.
Makes it 3-0 on Fallis. Pitcher's struggling here just a bit. Indians have 4 on the board. Schneid at third base, nobody outs.
We're
3-1.
a while.
First strike, Fallis makes it 3-1. A little cool today. It's been in the 80s all week.
Yeah, I know.
How does that affect your play sometimes?
Yeah.
Does it?
Yeah. I mean, I would much rather play.
Fallis chases one up in her eyes and hits it foul down the right field line. That ball looks good floating in there sometimes.
It does.
So is it harder to get loose? I mean, does it hurt your hands when you swing and hit? Or, I mean,
Well, I'd much rather play in 80-degree weather than negative 32-degree weather.
I don't think that's what we have out here today, but I hear you. I wouldn't want you to play in that either.
It's just hard to get warm.
Now, I really like that swing right there by Fallis. She let that ball get deep, and if she hits that ball in that right field line or right side at all, Schneid should be off on the crack of the bat on anything in the dirt, anything to the right side in the air. She should tag on, see if she can score and help Fallis out with her batting average and get her a sacrifice fly, to say the least. But Savannah's hit 2 over the right side right now. Let's see if she can square something up right here. Seeing the ball good, full count. Another one high and outside. So they're going to get Fallis to first. And I would say Danny'd have her running right off the jump right here. And Sarah maybe fake bunt or something and just give her a shot.
Number 8, Sarah Arthur.
Sarah had a good hit the other night against South Laura. Need to get her going. Ball high.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh. Nobody covering and just miscommunication. Coach had the right idea. He was going to throw at her. A lot of people take that for granted. You can get them out, and the people at third never leave. You see that in summer ball a lot.
Yeah.
They will throw you out at second base on that play. So Fallis is at second. Schneid scores on the throw. Ball bounces up and hits Sarah on the inside of her leg there, and she was trying to get out of the way of it. Fallis has to go back to second, so you got first and second, nobody out right here. Brings up the catcher, Laura Lee Hendricks. Now, in the catching competition, what's the difference between you and Laura Lee that you can tell? Is there much between your style of catching?
The catcher, number 16, Laura Lee.
I mean, you're back there, you got the gear on, you're doing it. I mean, you guys are both the same age. Ball low and outside.
Some days we both have good days. Some days one has a good day. I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, it's the same in any position. I don't mean to put you on the spot, but everybody's different. They do different things differently. I think what I see when you're catching and the difference between you and Lori Lee is you get a little closer to the batter and you maybe frame pitches closer to the plate. Lori Lee has a phenomenal arm and does a good job, keeping the runners at bay, but does a great job receiving the ball. Both of you guys do. You're both asset to the team. 2-1 on Lori Lee. Indians with 5 here in the bottom half of the first inning. That's a gap. Nope. Center fielder corralled it. She was playing deep in the left center field gap, and they were just squeezing her that way. Another overthrow to the pitcher. Sarah better look out. Brings up Riley Clark with 2 on and no out. This Mason County team just hasn't woke up yet, I don't think. We got 6 runs across.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 9.
And sometimes if you think that you're going to play at a certain time, it brings up second baseman Riley Clark. Laura Lee at first, Sarah Beth at second, nobody out. Does it mess with you if you think you're going to play a game at a certain time, then you have to do it at a different time?
No.
It doesn't. I mean, because I think they were supposed to play this game last night at 6.
Yeah, they were.
So this Mason County team's probably like, you know what I mean?
And it's early, too. So.
Right, and where you are on our home field, there's a ball hit at the shortstop, goes to third and gets Sarah. It's a nice play. Got the lead runner, brings up Hahn again for the second time with 1 out.
Yeah.
Runners at first and second.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 3, Emily Hahn.
Emily taking a long look at her
She's got hay
arm.
on her foot.
Yeah, on her at her armband there. Danny's giving her something to consider. There it is. Safe. Now see what happens. There she goes to second. She's still taking that piece of hay with her that you pointed out. So she scores a run. She puts the pressure by getting the ball on the ground, and then they overthrow and she gets to second. And that's just part of what she has to offer with her speed.
4, Sydney Vaughn.
Brings up Sydney Vaughn with 1 out. Runners at second and third now. Sydney got a walker first time up. Well, got hit, but she tried to get out of the way of it. You know she wants to hit.
Yeah.
That loads the bases. Timeout by the coach right here. This, like I say, this team just doesn't look like they have warmed up to the field and the conditions that they've been put into at this point. The Indians up 7-0 here with 1 out in the first inning.
They just look kind of tired.
Yep. And then, like I say, I don't know if they were here overnight or have to leave early this morning to get here. I don't know what they have done, but they're just not going yet. And the Indians obviously being at home. I know Emily left the house this morning about 6:40 to come over and do what she needed to do to get ready.
This morning, getting the field ready for play.
So
you see or know one of those individuals, we'll try to get a full list of them today so we don't leave anybody out. But again, that field crew last night working hard at 9 and 10 at night, and then early this morning getting the field ready for play. So a big thank you to them so we can have great softball action today at the Tomahawk Classic.
There you go. A lot of the parents, people out help working on the field. I'm sure Chris Clark, Roper, Kuzik, a lot of good people out here doing what they could to make sure they get this tournament off. Brings up Morgan Elliston, bases loaded. Hit a 3-run shot her first time up.
Number 27, Morgan Elliston.
They got a pitch to her. They don't have any room for her. And she smashed a line drive out of here her first time up. So she's got to be looking for something to hit hard before she swings at anything. She has to have a plan right here. Up 7-0, bottom of the first. Bases loaded, 1 out. Ball low and outside. She knows they don't have any room for her. They're going to have to throw her something. She's patient. See if she can find something to hit in the gap somewhere. Ball on the outside part of the plate to Morgan. Wasn't what she was looking for. Didn't swing at it. Didn't try to pull it. Didn't try to do something. She's got a plan. Oh, boy. Everybody advances once. That's the first ball that's got by that catcher. She's done a good job with her blocking and moving back there at this point. Got one too close. She lost sight of it. Trickled just out of reach, and the run score. So now you got second and third. Vaughn at second. Hahn at third. Now they can put Morgan on. And they did. So that loads the bases back up, brings up the left fielder, Emily Frakes, for her second time at bat. Is there any when you have a left-hander up and somebody's stealing, I always wanted to know, did it affect the way you throw to second? Do you even think about it?
No.
If you got a lefty up and somebody's stealing and you got a lefty in the box, does it hinder you at all?
Mm-mm.
That's a line drive to the center fielder. Hahn tags and scores. So that's a sacrifice fly by Emily. Doesn't hurt her average by any stretch. Center fielder had her played perfectly.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 17, Casey Schneid.
Emily just wanted to get it out of the infield, obviously get one more run in if at all possible, and she did. That ball's hit to the right side.
She's been good with her hitting lately.
Yeah, she has. She's been working on hitting that outside pitch where it's at, and that's exactly what she did right there. It was an outside pitch. Hit it right out on the right side. And you're seeing it as a teammate, and you feel good for her because she helps everybody.
It's helped us win games.
Absolutely, it helps you win games. Low and in the dirt to Savannah. She walked her first time up and scored. 2 outs. Schneid at first. Elliston at second. Indians up by 10, bottom half of the first inning. Catcher came out of her stance a little early there. Kept it in front of her, though. Three-0 to Fallis. Got her at first. So the Indians scored 10 runs on how many hits? Ben? 5 hits, 10 runs. So they, after one, they lead 10-0. So brings up Huber, Bernowski, and Helton for the Mason County Royals. And we'll be right back after this break. Candy, thanks for setting in for Terry.
Anytime.
Have a good day. Take care of your ankle.
I will.
All right. We'll be right back.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goble and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. Chris Hornsby.
Back at the reservation, Indians with a comfortable 10-run lead.
Definitely.
In the top half of the second inning. Had their hitting sticks out. Had 10 runs on 5 hits.
Rotated through that lineup twice, I believe, didn't they?
Pretty close. They got all the way. Yep, they're back to their 1 3/4. 1 2/3. They got to the
Mason
line
County
of
really
Palace.
never
Yeah.
If you look at, I think just looked at, got a 3-14 Mason County team, and Central's been on a little bit of a roll. I said since last time I had called a game, they run 5 in a row. Had a tough one against Woodford County, so
yeah,
they kind of got on a little bit of momentum going for Central right now. So, against maybe a Madison or Mason County team that's still trying to find its way throughout the season.
Indians lost 3-2 to Woodford County. You mentioned it. They got beat 3-2 and had 1 earned run, and you hate to lose a game like that.
And we seen that was the last game we talked about, just those mental errors and being able to stay within yourself and do the right thing sometimes.
Yep. And Woodford County brought a couple people off the bench that had big hits for them that helped. We just let people on too easily by not being on top of our defensive game. 1-2 the count right here on number 16, Emily Huber, the DP.
So what are we looking at today? We got early Mason County game. Going to be a few more in the mix today.
Yeah, and then they'll seed out the tournament. I've got a little bit of a bracket here, and 6 teams down here today.
Never quite committed to that swing. I think she wanted to take it but couldn't quite commit.
She's
Now batting the catcher,
the first out of the
number
inning.
32,
That's the
Courtney
third
Bartowski.
strikeout for Abby, the 8th grader, Abby Mays.
So is this her first start, or she already had a few this year?
She's the third. This is her third start. She's won 2 of her first 2 starts so far. This brings up number 2, the catcher, number 32, Courtney Bartowski.
It's impressive maturity for an 8th grader.
She throws the ball very
Good
well.
speed. I mean, yeah, she's proven she can stay out there. Nice pitch there.
1-1's the count.
Somebody's cooking something over there. I can smell that.
Madison County plays. That's a shot in the right center field gap at Snide.
Almost had it.
She had a bead on it,
Just-
had a good break, and
she
just
was
got it out
tracking
of
it.
reach. Yeah, hit right off the end of her glove. She was tracking it, and she kind of Statue of Liberty, as they call it. She had ran for a long time with her glove out instead of going to the ball. But it was an absolutely gallant effort. She was on her horse for that one. That girl hit that ball hard.
Right shot to
So
the
they're
gap.
going to pinch run for the catcher. It's going to be it shows 16, but they don't have a 16 on the list here. I don't know the name. But it brings up Madison Helton, the shortstop. So we've got a courtesy runner, but we don't know who it is. She's might be White or Ritchie. We can't tell. Fastball in there by White, by Mays against Helton right here, up in her eyes. So 1 on, 1 out. Abby's giving up her first hit of the game.
She didn't have to work too hard in that first inning. Did really well.
She
Not
did.
a lot of action, so 3 up, 3 down. So she's battling a little bit here, but still no. That was a good shot to the gap. So
Yep. The girl got met the ball, didn't try to pull it, just put the wood on it. So Madison Central's plays Mason County. After this game, you got Beaver Creek and Bethlehem. And then Trigg County plays Cumberland County at 11. And then they'll seed it out to a single elimination tournament. Moves the runner over.
smart play, 2 out.
Hour and 20-minute time limit, no new inning after an hour 15. Coin flip for home team and pool play. High seed is home team and bracket play.
Now batting. Left fielder, number 18,
No time limit
Erica
for the
Sims.
championship game. So it's, there's a big day of stuff going on here. They're going to try to get it in. And
Well, I don't think there's supposed to be any rain. It's supposed to start clearing off, I believe, today.
Yeah. Ball low and outside. So the 2 outs. Runner at second. Brings up Erica Sims, the left fielder. Ball in on her hands, popped it out behind us. Evens the count at 1-1. 2 outs, runner at second. Courtesy runner for the catcher. Good change up by.
She was just totally fooled. Had her totally fooled on that pitch. She was way out in front and couldn't check it back. So the coach tell her just settle in.
Logan Garrison and Abby both have tremendous change-ups. Ball in the dirt. Good job by Laura Lee Hendricks to reach out and keep that one from getting to the backstop. 2s are wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at second base. Indians up 10-0 so far. This the top half of the second inning, Terry.
That's,
that one
that
she let get
pass,
past her.
Leave the runner. Still not nothing to worry about. Just get your batter at your plate. You're in good shape. 2 out. Get a full count on this. This is your money pitch.
Your payoff pitch. Now with the runner at third, you got to be pretty tight here behind the plate. You don't want to give up an easy run. Let one past you. Laura Lee does a good job blocking it off. That ball was just outside and spun away from her and hit the dirt before it got to her. Ooh, that's off
on her
the
hands.
fingers.
I was going to say, they come off her fingers?
Yeah. That hurts. It's cool out here. That ball.
Yeah.
Yeah. That ball rolled up in on her. That natural movement that Candy was talking about in the first inning. I mean, she's in there ready to turn loose on it. Just rolls right up under her hands and got a piece of her.
Just trying to get her feel back right now. Oh, that is painful too. Wow. Yeah. Especially when it's a little cooler outside.
Yeah. We'll see if Abby drops a changeup on her right here.
A little off speed. She didn't handle it well last time. There it is.
And on the outside part of the plate. So she strikes out 2 in the inning. They get a hit and leave the runner stranded at third. So after 1.5, Indians are going to come out batting again with a 10-run lead. It's going to be Arthur, Hendricks, and Clark for the Indians. See if they can get things going again. We'll be right back after these messages. Back on a reservation. Indians bottom half the second inning up by 10 brings up the shortstop, number 8, Sarah Arthur.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 8, Sarah Arthur.
Early in the morning, so thanks, Sean. Thanks for the sausage biscuit, my friend.
If we can just get that telestrator.
That's what we're working on. I know Randy's got in the budget, so we're good.
Yeah, they're working on it. Boom, pow, you go like this. Sarah out in front of that one, gets it off the end of the bat and rolls foul. Ball a little high and outside. 1-1.
All Indians early so far.
They came out with their hitting shoes on. It's going to be in the gap right at the girl. Pulls it in. Nice hard to hit by Sarah. I like to see that. You can't do anything about that. She hit it hard. The girl made a play on it. And you just don't change anything. It's 1-on-7 out there, you know, so.
It's 1-on-8.
The catcher, number 16.
That's dialing in right there.
Yep.
So, you getting dialed in and you're putting the bat on the ball, and that's all you're looking for right now. It is early, so they're trying to, we said that about Mason County was kind of waking up a little bit.
Yep.
I see a lot of jackets on, and you see everybody on Central, they're no jackets. Everybody's ready to go. So,
Catcher Laura Lee Hendricks in. Hit her first time up. Hit one in the gap, and the center fielder had played her perfectly. Was out there, kept it to a single.
Made a smart play with runners on.
2-0 to Laura Lee.
Another good hit.
That's going to be an out to the left fielder. So 2 up, 2 down for the Indians in this inning so far. Brings up the second baseman, Riley Clark. Got on by fielder's choice her last time up.
Now batting.
Both good hits. I think you already talked about that in the first hit. Just nothing you do different.
Yep.
Good ball.
Yeah, that one, Laura Lee got under it. That's, you'd like to see her square that one off a little bit more. Sarah's hitting the other way to the right fielder. Let you know that she's letting the ball get deep. So there's the third out. So you got 3 up, 3 down for the Indians. And but anyway, Sarah let it get deep, hit it to the right side. Riley just hit it to the right side, dismissed it, and hit a flow to the second baseman. Laura Lee pulled it, had a little more height on it, so she got underneath it. But they're swinging the bats good. They're still in command, 10-0 here, going to the top of the third, Terry. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back after these messages. Back at the ball field, top half of the third inning. Mason County brings up number 28, Jordan Coyle, the right fielder. Made a nice catch on the fly ball by Sarah Arthur. Ball on the outside corner. Gets ahead in the count. Abby's throwing the ball well this morning.
Sun must be coming up. Both these teams are finally settling in a little bit.
8 o'clock early start time. You see a lot of it in the summertime and your travel ball scenarios, but high school, 8 o'clock start time, unless you get in a situation like this where they lost a couple of games last night. Ball off the hands right there. 1 and 2's the count. Candy was with me the first inning here, Terry, while you were getting here and getting situated in, and she said that Abby's ball just naturally has so much movement to it. And you can see that these batters are having a hard time with it. That's a nice pitch right there.
I agree.
That's just where that's where if the catcher scoots up a little bit, stiffs arms out over the plate, she gets that strike. She lets it get deep. She has to pull it up. She'll not get the strike. Nice. A little too far out. Makes it 3 and 2. That's a better job of framing. Catcher tried to help her that time. Tried to help her the last time. It's just a mental thing.
Well, as well as she's pitching, and especially as well as she's pitching this year, I think she's had 3 starts. She's been successful. A lot of potential.
Absolutely.
Wow. We're talking about an 8th grader here.
Yep.
She can. She's going to be something to deal with over the next few years.
Yep.
I mean, the only thing she's going to do is get better.
Hopefully she'll be around the Indians for the next several years. Or rumors that their job change could get her into another locale with her parents, and that would.
Yeah, always X factor.
It's a nice. Oh wow!
I thought that was a good pitch too.
Ball one. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Anyway, Amanda Lee's batting now. She's the pitcher, number 13. Get a chance to help herself out.
Now batting the pitcher, number 13, Amanda Lee.
See if they're going to bunt her over, what they're going to do. Obviously, the player's making sure she got the sign right, so it wasn't the old swing away sign.
He's looking for some tactical here.
Just got to get that egg off the board, get her in scoring position.
Well, they had a good defensive inning, so if they can get some offensive movement, she's going to square the bunt, but there was nothing there.
There was nothing there, and Laura Lee let that ball get past and gives up the base anyway. Now the bunt's irrelevant.
Now you're swinging. So I think he's just trying to give some offensive confidence. Like I said, defensively they came out pretty good, and they had a good inning, gave him some to build on, and now they're going to try to get some offense to build on.
Timeout called by Vaughn, and they're having a chat with the pitcher, make sure everybody knows what they're going to do if they do bunt her over to third, make sure everybody's in the right spots. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. You got a 10-0 lead. You want to keep it. You want to preserve the ERA of the pitcher. You want to keep the other team from scoring. Do not let them get any momentum. Hits the ball to the right side, doing the right thing, trying to move the runner over, hitting behind her. 0-2 the count now. See if Abby can work her way out of this. Looked like she let the girl on by walk. Didn't miss by much with the pitch.
Just trying to calm her down a little bit, I think. She's been on cruise control, like, to this point. There you go.
Ball hit at Sarah Arthur. Fields it cleanly. Throws it over to Morgan Elston. Runner holds it second.
And nobody moves.
Nobody moves. Sarah did a good job fielding that ball, running through it, throwing it over to Morgan.
Now batting the center fielder, number 7, Lexi Thompson.
Flips the lineup for Mason County. The center fielder, Thompson, steps in. Strikeout victim her first time up. Fastball in the outside corner.
Ooh, gave her that one.
Yeah. Let the girl walk on a pitch that was worse. That was.
I'm just looking at those
Better
two
than
pitches
that.
myself. That one seemed a little outside. The other one seemed like a nice pitch. Maybe it was a little makeup call on that one. Oh, she
That's
got a bat
going to
on
be
it.
a trouble. Snides got it.
There you go.
Had it played perfectly. 2 outs. Girl did a good job trying to hit behind the runner. Got under it. Snide had her played perfectly.
The second baseman, number 8, Caitlin
Second
Fowl.
baseman steps in, Caitlin Fowl. She hit a little ground ball to Morgan Elliston her first time up, right off the end of the bat. Just a slow roller run up the first baseline. So she was one of the people to get some wood on the ball, as they say. Make a little contact. Coach cheering his team on. Tony Fowl down at the third base box. Makes it 1-1. Laura Lee asking him where that pitch was at. She's been consistently getting it, and that one she didn't.
She didn't. It was a little inconsistent there. That kind of go back to that last strike that you and I were talking about.
Yeah, and that's frustrating as a pitcher and a catcher and the person over there calling the pitches because you don't, and the batters. You don't, you know what I mean? You just don't know where to
find the zone.
Yep. Change up, got her on her front foot.
Yeah,
Beautiful
she waited
pitch.
on it.
Yep.
Good job just to get the bat on it because she was way out in front and she waited on it.
Tony down there encouraging his second baseman. Sure, that's his daughter, number 8. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner at second base. Indians still clinging on to that 10-run lead, trying to get out of this inning with nobody coming across the plate.
Battling. Tell you what, she is battling this bat.
Got some foul balls being tracked out here by some of the fans. I think they get some bubble gum or something when they turn those in, Terry.
I need to go running out and get some balls then. Get some bubble gum. That and some sausage biscuits. I'm in good shape this morning.
Another change up. That's on the infield. Laura Lee should handle it.
Yeah, couldn't get it.
Did a
That
good
should
job.
be 3.
The key there, she popped up, got rid of her mask immediately where she could see the ball with no interference, and then got over to get it. And that's not the easiest play on this field because it slopes away from the plate. But Laura Lee did a good job. They practiced that, popped out there and got it. So
no harm.
Nope. After
no harm at all.
2.5, Indians are going to bat with a 10-0 lead. Got Hahn, Vaughn, and Elliston coming to the plate. We'll be right back after these messages. Indians holding on to a 10-run lead right here, bottom half of the third inning. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter in the game. Jesse Brandenburg going to bat for Emily Hahn. Danny going to get some of the rest of the team involved here, keep them interested. The happiest people in the game are the ones playing, the ones on the bench over there cheering, so this gives them a chance to step up and participate.
Well, you got a 10-run lead. It's looking like I can maybe get some people some opportunities and see what they're going to – see if they can take advantage of them, to be perfectly honest.
Jessie Brandenburg, the sophomore. I'd say you'd have to call her a utility player. She's plays outfield, does a great job on the infield, put her back wherever you need. Been hitting the ball well. And that's a ball low, but he gave her the strike on it. She's behind 0-1. Jessie's good runner. She makes contact. She'll be hard to catch. Got that one off the hands. Whoa. Now, hopefully, those girls have been in the dugout over there staying in the game, and you know what I mean? It's easy to, when you don't expect to play, to kind of relax a little bit, but hopefully they'll step in here and grasp the moment, pound on the ball a little bit, have some fun.
There you go. Nice
hit
ball.
That ball well. Burnt the left fielder. That's going to go for at least a double. Yep. It's a nice double. Left fielder was backing up, never got a glove on it. 0-2 pitch. Hit it right out there.
Well
nice
struck.
Yep.
Definitely well struck ball.
Brings up Isabel Fontesiela. Isabel, another utility player. I've seen her play some third and some short. Good hitter.
Now batting.
Picked up a bat in varsity action a couple of weeks again over in Franklin County.
Fontesiela.
Looks like number 22, Courtney Patton's on deck over here. Now, for a pitcher, she doesn't bat very much, but I can promise you one thing. She can hit.
She can hit.
Isabel takes one low and inside. Yeah, if Courtney will be patient and wait on one, she's probably hit some of the furthest balls I've ever seen hit by a female athlete. We played this summer up in Dayton. We played on a baseball field, and they didn't have another fence up. You know, you just had to gut it out. She hit one off the bottom of a fence, probably 320 feet.
Oh, my.
I mean, it just kept on going. Nice office. That's going to
be in the gap, too. That's going to be
nice piece of
definitely bring the runner. She should be on third.
Jessie Kate comes in, so Isabel's got a triple here to keep the inning alive. Brings up Patton. Stepping in here. What I like about what Isabel did right there, when you get against a pitcher like this, Terry, and their speed is not what you're accustomed to, you know what I'm saying? You have to let the ball get deep, and that's exactly what Isabel did right there, and then it was able to put something on it.
Well, you do see. I mean, you've seen if you're used to a certain level or certain speed, power, and then you step in and somebody's on off, then sometimes it takes a little bit for the hitters to adjust to that. Ooh, that's not fair. That was a foul ball.
And Courtney, she's not the most fleet of foot. She'll run for 7 miles. It just takes her a while to get there. And she'll give you everything she's got. You see her trucking down that line. Yeah. I'm glad to see her get to hit right here. I know she's got to be thrilled. I'd like to see her get into one. She's just too anxious.
Yep. Check the runner.
Yep.
Throwing out at thirst.
Yep. This brings up one of the other Frakes clan that they have over here in the tribe, Casey Frakes.
Everybody's lefty in that clan. What's up with that?
Well, that's just the way they picked up a bat and started.
That's it.
They throw right-handed.
I was going to say, everybody's batting that left.
Emily is actually a left-hander and played, her first 4 years left-handed, and then taught herself to play right-handed because she didn't want to be limited on her opportunities.
Yeah.
You don't see that very often, but Emily is a true lefty. Casey hitting about 300 or so, 333 or something in her varsity attempts so far. Pulls it over here to the second baseman, gets the run home, so she gets the fielder's choice for sacrifice. Got the run home, so they got 2 on, they got them home. Her and
sacrifice?
Courtney. Yep. Courtney moved her over, and Casey got her home. That's what you want to have happen.
That's what it.
Brings Snide up, the right fielder.
Number 17, Casey.
Well, both my kids are
Stride.
left-footed and left-handed too, so
Yeah.
there you go.
And fine athletes in their own right.
Ooh,
It's just
that, was
so
all, that played with the line too, didn't
Yep.
it? Well struck too. Couple
Candy
inches to
pointed
the
out
right.
earlier, Casey's really coming along with their hitting, and it's a big lift to the team when you get everybody's stepping in and participating, and 9 people in the lineup. Anybody can be a hero on any given day.
I agree with one thing about this team. If you can get a ball on the ground here in the infield, well struck, nice play. That was well executed bunt. She just dropped that right in front of the plate.
Taking advantage of what's given to her. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying?
Well played. That was just a well executed bunt.
Casey trying to get on base. It's an infield hit. You know what I mean?
What happens? Well, I was just saying, get the ball in the dirt here and make this infield make a play.
You've got to at least get to first to score, and that's what she's done. There's Fallis. This is going to be trouble. She's liable to outrun that. Oh, got her.
Oh, close.
So,
But 2 runs
pick
scored,
up a
12.
couple runs on a couple of hits. Makes it 12-0 after 3.
Top of the fourth, Mason County, the heart of the order.
We'll take a break, see how many of these kids stay in the game, and see how this one looks like. Danny's going to let them play too. That's nice. I'm glad for him to get them involved right here, Terry. So we'll see how this thing continues
So
to
I say give 'em a
unfold.
chance.
And, yep.
Take
And,
an opportunity to see how they handle the opportunity.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to take a break. We'll be right back after these messages. Mason County coming to the plate, trailing by 12. Back on the reservation. Indians with a 12-run lead. Mason County starting to string a little bit together each inning. They just haven't got enough to get one across the plate.
Well, Mason County settled in a little bit. That was good. They needed a good they had one good inning defensively. They gave up a couple runs here, but, that first inning just it was the wheels came off on them for a while.
Yep. And now the defensive alignment for the Indians, you got Fonestiella at third. It looks like Roper might be at short. Riley stays in at second. Courtney Patton comes in and plays first. I'm going to get a little action right here. Ball hit right back at Abby, and she makes the play. In outfield, you got Casey Frakes replacing Emily Frakes. Snide moves from right field to center field, and Jesse Brandenburg is in right field. So brings up Huber, the DP. Gilbert grounded the ball back to Abby, and she got her at first, and Huber now steps in behind in the count 0-1.
Just seems a little bit late on the swing.
Abby throws it pretty good. And it's deceiving, and you don't see a lot of lefties with that kind of velocity. And you're right. I mean, as an 8th grader, she's got a ton of upside. Mm-hmm. She'll continue to develop her lower body core strength and her arm strength. She can pick up a few more mile an hour. Looks like Breezy Allen in catch for the Indians now, the freshman. Brianna Allen, they call her Breezy. Good athlete. See her getting up there close to the plate. Trying to snatch that strike as close to the plate as she can. Like to see that in a catcher. She just has to adjust to the movement that she's going to see from Abby's pitches.
Because that's
ball
rose on her too. That's a nice little. It just rises really nice.
Yeah, and that's just her natural moment.
Yeah.
Movement. Candy pointed that out earlier. Said it looks like she's throwing a rise ball. Is it just a high fastball? She said just the natural movement that she gets with her.
It's a lot to build on
her
for an
delivery.
8th grader. Nice ball there.
Pitch. That's a beautiful
Just
pitch
froze
on the
her.
outside. Yep. That was a nice framing job by Breezy. Breezy sneaking right up under the batters and just catching them right at the plate. And
You talked a lot about that extensively.
Absolutely.
For the last few games, just getting that glove where it's supposed to be.
And it helps your pitcher. I mean, they can spin that ball from 43 feet, and it'll break a lot, but you got to nice.
He's framing it well.
Yep. She looks very comfortable back there. And that kid's full of energy, too. That catcher right there, Breezy, she ain't got no quit in her. 1-1. She hit a home run out here the other night in a JV game. Indians have a lot of depth and talent on the team. Change up. Base hit through the left side right there. Gets past Fontesiella and Roper diving for it. And
Good
in the
effort.
hole.
Right between the short and third.
Yep. The catcher, Bernowski's 2 for 2. That's Courtney's seeing the ball good today. She hit one to right field her first time. Kind of got Snide had a bead on it, and she held her to a single. Then she pulls one through the left side here. So she's having a good day at the plate. Brings up Madison Helton, the shortstop, with 2 outs, runner at first. Pinch runner is number 3, Richie. Not the pinch runner, courtesy runner, I guess, is true calling of it. See if Fontesiella can get her. Got her.
Make the smart
nice stretch
play
by Patton. So Indians get out of it. They get 1 hit, Mason County. Runner gets stranded. So after 3.5 innings, Indians are still holding a 12-run lead. And they'll come to the plate. We'll see how the lineup unfolds. We're going to take a break. Larry Frakes, Terry Netherton from Madison County School Sports Television. We'll be right back. Back at the ball diamond. Indians in the bottom half of the 4th inning. Brings up number 23, Kaylee Roper. Ordinarily number 15, but in the camos, it's a big 2-3 today. Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan in the house.
Number. She probably doesn't even know who Michael Jordan is.
I don't know. I think everybody knows. Even the younger generation can identify with Michael.
Yep.
Come on. Well hit.
Nice gap shot.
Good job for that right fielder to keep that in front. She was kind of trying to debate on whether she was going to try to make that run or take that catch, and she just kept it in front of her.
Yep. Kaylee put the first pitch she saw in play, and we like to get her rolling. That she's a 7th grader, a lot of potential. Kaylee played first base the other night in the JV game, and I'm telling you what, I've got a pretty good first baseman at my house, but I was super impressed with her play at first. She made some plays that I haven't seen at first base in a long time that you don't teach.
A lot of young talent on this team.
Absolutely.
A lot of up and coming.
Here's the catcher, Breezy Allen, at the plate. 1-1's the count. Breezy she won't get cheated on her swings, I can promise you that. Watch this thing, Terry. If she gets a hold of it, it'll travel.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well hit. That's going to be played. That's going to be
gets
through her
past
left fielder, too.
That ball had spin on it.
Yeah, she was
And
waiting
when
to
it
try to
hit,
keep
yep.
that in front of her, too. Couldn't do it.
Going to bring up Logan Mad Dog Garrison, number 7. I give her the nickname Mad Dog. She's a pitcher, and she needs to take that attitude to the mound with her just to try to motivate her. Could call her Bulldog, but
I was going to get some clarity on that Mad Dog nickname. I was going to wait on it, but
she's a good little athlete. Plays outfield and pitches and does a good job. A lot of talent. Well, as you said, a lot of young talent here.
Young talent. Just, a lot to build on in this program. Future's bright. All floated on her.
Logan will put a swing on it, too. She's got good form. She's a good athlete. Ball 1 to her. Out in front.
Yep.
She's got to let that ball get deep. She can hit it very, very hard to the right side. And really, I mean, you're up by it's 13-0, but if you're still working on what you're doing, you're trying to push the ball to the right side, move the runner over.
Right.
Just stick with the fundamentals, but they're having fun.
Well, it was one of the things we've seen 3 or 4 batters go right on that line.
Yep.
And I think that has a lot to do with just the
velocity.
The velocity and the power where it gets coming in. They're getting ahead of it.
Getting the bad hit out front.
Yep.
She got lucky there.
Larry Briggs with the catch up in the press box.
Larry, you're getting a lot of grief over here all of a sudden. What's up with that?
Once a year, a ball comes in here. Either Ben or one of the Vaughns, somebody generally
Somebody's
catches it.
saying, you need to get this thing taken care of.
And that was Logan trying to hit me for giving her that nickname, Logan Mad Dog Garrison. She's coming after me.
I was going to say, you didn't elaborate enough on that.
That's going to be trouble. That's in what we call the black
right
hole.
In the middle, yep.
Oh,
nice. She
yeah,
just kind
made a
of
good
look
catch.
what I found.
Yep. That's what it takes sometimes. She gave herself a chance. Logan just missed that one. Brings up Jessie Brandenburg. Hit a double her first time up.
The second baseman's laughing over there.
Yep. She got lucky, and that's okay.
She's laughing.
Still counts as an out.
It all counts as an out.
Yeah, Logan liked to have that swing back.
Jessie Brandenburg.
Jessie's been hitting the ball very good in the JV action, taking advantage of the at-bats that she's getting. Went for a low, slow one right there. Good base running by Breezy.
Yep.
The girl could have tagged Breezy going to third. She was off on the crack of the bat.
What?
So
she was committed to the first base, but she had a runner right there in front of her. So
Third baseman number 26, Isabel Fontesiela.
Breezy got away with one there.
Isabella had a heck of a shot last time.
Now this is their second time up. Their first time up, they all hit the ball very hard. Now they're trying too hard. Now just let it get deep and hit it.
Still way out in front on her.
Yep.
She had a nice shot last time. So.
Yep. On 1, 2 outs, runner at third, Breezy Allen. Strike 2 in there to Isabel. Isabel wearing number 26 today. I don't think that's her regular number.
Well, the jersey's been changed, so
there it is. Yeah. Nice. That's going to be another double and possibly a triple.
She's still running. Yep.
She's going.
She's got a double and a triple.
I think it's 2 triples. Was it not 2 triples? Double and a triple?
Double and a triple.
Gotcha. She could go for the cycle now. Let's see what Courtney does this time. If she'll relax.
Yes. Courtney Patton.
If she'll relax. She's still out. She's hitting it off the end of the bat. She's still letting it. Instead of letting it come to her, she's going to it. And she ain't cheating herself on those swings. Look at how far down the line Danny is. He's out there with the left fielder trying to play it safe.
He's that extra reaction time over there, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Ooh,
there's a rope. Gets the run in. Makes her 1 for 2 on the season. Gets her to a 500 average. Ball game.
And that is the ball game.
So we called
15-0 after 4. So the Indians win their first game of the Tomahawk Classic. Terry, it was a quick one. Mason County just never did seem to wake up and, you know what I mean, take the game on.
Well, I think just kind of beginning what I said was Masons County's the 3-14 team coming in. They're still trying to wake up a little bit, trying to find themselves throughout a season where Central's really been on a roll lately. They won 5 in a row there for a while before they lost that Woodford County game. So Central's starting to dial in, and Mason County may be still trying to find themselves a little bit. Doesn't help that you're playing at 8 in the morning and you're still trying to wake up, but kind of what we saw unfold.
As far as player of the game, you want to give it to the 8th grader again. Now, you had a home run by Elliston to get the scoring going. But, the 8th grader, I thought, pitched very, very well.
When I was talking about that right before they called the game and who I thought, and I was going to the pitcher, I thought that would be the most logical. I think she's pitched a really good game throughout the end. She got a little bit of trouble, battled out. They talked to her a couple times to make her kind of calm down. But I thought in the first few innings, she was dialed in and ready to go. So I'd have to say that's my definite.
Yep. So we'll give Abby Mays the John Burford, Jack
Burford
Chevrolet
player of the game.
Yep, he had a birthday last week, so we got to throw a birthday wish out to
happy
Mr.
birthday.
Burford. So anyway, Abby Mays is going to be the player of the game for the Indians. Jack Burford, player of the game. The first game of the tournament, there's more action coming on today. I think there's a baseball game later on. They're going to put on Madison County Sports Television as well, so good luck to Don Foster and that crew down there. Want to thank Sean Rosenbaum for taking care of the camera work and setting up all the sound and everything in the booth today, and hope everybody has a great weekend.
Thank you for breakfast, Sean.
Yep, thank you for breakfast. We'll be back next time at the Ball Diamond. Larry Frakes, Terry Netherton, Madison County School Sports Television.
Thanks to our great sponsors, Jack Burford Chevrolet in Richmond, Jerry Goebel and State Farm Insurance, Richmond, Express Roofing, we've got you covered, expressroofing.net, Cumberland Valley National Bank in Richmond and Berea, Luxury Pet Services in Richmond, Time Warner Cable, Equipment Sales and Rentals, Madison County Schools, Tatum Enterprises, and Real Life Community Church, myrealchurch.org.
Hey everyone, my name's Alex, and I want you to watch MadisonCountySchoolSports.com.
Hello everyone, I'm Madison County School Superintendent Elmer Thomas, and I want to thank you for watching Madison County School Sports Television.
Follow Madison County School Sports Television on Twitter, or like us on Facebook, MCS TV, and of course, watch all of our videos on YouTube. We want to be sure and thank our fine sponsors, Berea Online, First Gear, WKYT.com, and the Colonel Sports Card Shop. Thanks to our other great sponsor, Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance, Chris Hornsby.